Welcome back. 18 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. Hopefully by now you have some tea, you have some coffee, and you are ready to start your morning with us. Hans is here with me this morning, and we're so excited because we are about to talk to the Chief Executive Officer of NAMDEVCO, Miss Nirmalla Debysingh. Nirmalla, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the Now Morning Show. How are you feeling this morning?
Fine, thank you, and thank you for that welcome.
Of course. It's wonderful to have you on the show. And I know more than anything right now, you're probably extremely busy with all these changes that are taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. So thanks for taking the time out of your day.
It's my pleasure.
So let's jump straight into the conversation this morning, talking about how farmers can help fight the inflation of food prices. Straight off the bat, what is one of the first things you would say that farmers can do or are doing to help us?
So farmers can assist to fight this inflation by continuing to produce and increase the amount of production that they can do using more sustainable and safe food practices on the field, such as GAP certification and other similar food safety programs on the field, and utilizing technologies that are available. Quite recently, we launched the FarmView app, where farmers can use this app to make information more available, and that information can help them to make better business decisions at the touch of a button on their smartphones, and also to make use of the programs that the government of Trinidad and Tobago, through the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, is making available to farmers. For example, the Agro Incentive Grant, where farmers can access funding to do various activities on their farms, whether it is to upgrade, whether it is to invest in new technologies. There are also other loan facilities and other training opportunities in new and emerging technologies that farmers have access to. So in summary, encouraging farmers to increase production, to continue to produce, and to use the resources that are being made available to them, they can help us as consumers fight this inflation.
I'm hearing it, and I can actually hear the optimism in your voice as well. But aside from, of course, all these benefits when it comes to training and, of course, how we are going to benefit as a nation, what about the emotions? How are the farmers feeling with this most recent announcement?
Farmers are always happy to produce, to continue to produce, and farmers are extremely happy to have secure markets. So I know they are quite pleased to know that the consumers are demanding more from them.
Now, the question is, can our farmers provide the substitutes for wheat in terms of flour? Do we have the capacity?
We do have the capacity to feed ourselves. And it begs not just the question of substitute wheat, it begs the question of food and nutrition security, which is now a national, a regional, and an international priority. And we must all do our parts in our individual ways to be a part of this food chain, to ensure that food is available year-round and to meet our various dietary requirements.
Now, one of the things that we've all been speaking about a lot, of course, we understand that the needs can be met, especially with substitution. But what about the cost effectiveness? Are people going to have to perhaps prepare themselves for paying a little bit more than they would have initially been used to when it comes to the wheat flour in the beginning?
So I'm going to answer this question in a quite general way. I am going to say families can eat local. Families should look into total local meals. Flour is available, and it is going to be made available in various forms from other raw material substrates. It's not only going to be available through a wheat, a source, it is now going to be available through cassava, sweet potato, breadfruit, yam, eddos, dasheen, even green cooking bananas. These are some of the flours that are available on the market, and they're going to become more available very soon. And having said that, I want to also indicate to families that you can eat local, you can eat totally local. And as a matter of fact, this Saturday at the Queen's Park Savannah Farmers Market, we are about to launch our Total Local campaign, which encourages and teaches family to eat local, grow what you eat what you grow. The farmers markets offer a wide variety of fresh fruits, vegetables, poultry, fish, eggs, honey, all from safe and certifiable sources and consistently available. So I want to encourage families to continue to eat local in an attempt to look at substitutes for flour. It doesn't have to be a flour. A substitute can be any other similar complement of commodities that meet your dietary requirements.
I see where you went there with that. Now, Ms. Debbie saying, one of the things I love about the farmers market, and I'm giving you all a big plug here, you save so much money at the farmers market compared to going to your traditional supermarkets. You save a lot of money. And it's one of those things that people take for granted. Yes, the supermarket may be a little more convenient depending on your case, but you save a lot at the farmers markets. Now, there's a big question of, are these flour substitutes, these wheat substitutes in terms of flour, are these more expensive? So, for example, cassava flour, yam flour, sounds great, but isn't it more expensive?
As demand increases, the scale of production is going to increase. The utilization of more specialized equipment and the dependency on higher yields from the field is going to become significant factors where we as NAMDEVCO and the Ministry of Agriculture will be working on with our stakeholders to improve. While
Wow.
the price may not be as attractive right now, although it may be very attractive also, um, as the economies of scale increase, the cost of production is going to decrease, and it starts from the farm all the way to the processing facility.
So another question, of course, talking about the fact that we do have substitutes available right here in Trinidad and Tobago, will our farmers be able to meet the demand of things such as sweet potato, cassava, green fig, all these different things? Is this something that is feasible at this point in time?
Yes, so I do have some statistics before me, and our most recent monitoring data shows that we have approximately 264 acres of farmlands under cassava production predominantly, and this can give us 1.08 million kilograms of cassava coming into harvest by the 31st of July. By the 31st of July, we're going to have more data to show how much more is going to come out of the farms in the next 3 months. And this is just based on the farmers who volunteer on NAMDEVCO's program, which is just over 3,500. They're not all in cassava production, but out of the total annual production of the country, we have a lot more farmers doing cassava. Now, this cassava is just one commodity that we have over 1 million kgs coming out of the field by 31st of July, and this is based on 3 months data. We also have approximately 1.15 million kilograms of sweet potatoes, and the figures continue to show similar volumes coming out of the field for those commodities that can successfully be converted into a flour substitute product if your meal preference requires that you use some sort of flour to prepare your meals.
Well, that's great in terms of quantity. Now, let's talk a little bit about quality. How is quality measured, and are we producing the quality that will be needed?
As I said, a lot of our SMEs, our cottage industries, these are the persons who are aggressively involved in the production of flour substitutes using other derivatives based on available raw materials. But there are industries that have taken up the thrust. They are right now in the background working aggressively to get their equipment going, and they are continuing to work with the SMEs and to make better quality flours available, because they are always doing demand assessments to ensure that whatever they are producing meets the demands of the consumer. So it is an evolving, and it is evolving very quickly. This thrust towards using alternative sources of flour that can be used as a composite flour to enhance your meal experience and to ensure, more importantly, that some flour is available so that we can all enjoy the meals that we are accustomed to enjoying.
Ms. Debysingh, thank you so much for being with us this morning on the Now Morning Show. There's definitely a silver lining in everything, and you have brought that to the table this morning. Have a wonderful day and an epic weekend.
Thank you, and do visit our farmers markets this weekend.
Indeed, we'll see you there tomorrow. All right, you all
take care. Bye-bye.
Trinidad and Tobago and the world, this is the Now Morning Show. My name is Natasha, and of course, Hans is with us this morning as we bring your week to a close. Stay tuned. There's more coming up after the break.